Well, hello again from a rather cold evening in Spain. It's Steve here, and I'm a bit peeved, a bit peeved to say the least, because what's happening now in our country, in our society, I really, really don't understand. We've got a situation now where people are openly hoping that other people die. This is not just the kids making stupid remarks or being very careless about whether or not they do this social separation thing and not bothering about whether or not they get the virus and spreading it to the old people who are going to die. It's not just about that. This is about people actually overtly saying, I want people to die. We've had a Labour mayor, a mayor, somebody who should be in a respected position, the kind of people that you expect to be a leader, saying that, as far as she was concerned, this was Sheila Oakes, Mayor of Hena, saying that she thought that Boris Johnson deserved to get the virus. Nobody deserves to get it. And people like you, frankly, in positions of authority, positions of responsibility, should certainly not be making those sort of statements. And I think it's only right and proper that what happened to you happened, that you were actually expelled from the Labour Party, and quite right. Just for once, it's something that I absolutely agree with the current crop of Labour leadership with, that they've actually thrown you out of the party because you should not be anywhere near politics. This, this used to be a civilised country. Britain used to be a civilised country. Now it seems to be full of hate mongers like you. And Twitter, for example, has been going absolutely mad. We have somebody called Abraham Pedro saying, "Man, I hope this effer drops dead, just like all the rest of the old rich white male assholes who ain't worth a shit. I know a few people too ain't worth their medicine too that should do the same." I have to say I'm reading it as it's written because obviously with a lot of these people, a lot of these sort of ignorami, the grammar, spelling, and punctuation are not their strong points. Somebody here called CMDR Chubsy, spelt with four B's, at Abstract Wolf, I think it says there. I hope Boris Johnson suffers like he tried to make his people suffer. Well, I'm not sure that Boris tried to make his people suffer. He was taking advice from the experts, and if he hadn't taken that advice, you would have complained about that as well. Then we have Daniel at Wormold. God, I hope Boris Johnson dies. I mean, for God's sake, uh, words fail me. Social media influenza at Jacques is hungry, replying to at Angela Smith MP. I would like to see Boris Johnson suffer. Any chance they can set up a live stream? I mean, how sick is that? What a sick individual you are. Alex Wilson. I wholeheartedly hope Boris Johnson dies of it. That would be a silver lining in all of this, as it would be payback for all the people he's helped murder. I'm sorry, just who is it that he's murdered? People like you would complain about, you go to a function of some sort and complain about how badly organised it was, and yet you've never organised anything in your life. Boris Johnson has taken over as Prime Minister of our country. He's been working very hard. You could see his health going down and down and down. He culminated with him getting this virus. And what happens then? He works through it. He's still working through it. Even now, he's doing his level best. He's now sitting up in bed again, thank God. And all you people can do is criticise, and you've never done a damn thing. When you come in and when you start to run a country, then maybe you'll have a right to criticise. I doubt you've ever organised a birthday party for your children. Simon Smith, I'm done with this Tory government. They can all rot in hell. I hope Boris dies like the cowardly, stinking parliamentary he is. Have you ever met him? How do you know he's a cowardly, stinking parliamentary? You need a lot of courage just to be in politics, especially when you've got vitriol like this coming from turds like you. Somebody said, fuck Miles Simpsons, hope he dies. That was Bodie B. King. Christopher Campbell, Boris has coronavirus. All political rivalry aside, I hope he fucking dies. Bubba Drain, Garam Sawyer. I hope when Boris Johnson is in care, he somehow gets a baked bean stuck in his capillary gland and he dies of that instead. Look, if you don't like somebody's politics, if you disagree with what they've done, if you think they've made a mistake, then you've every right to criticise. But if you're going to criticise, then come up with some solution. Come up with something that you would do instead of just, anybody who just slags people off and doesn't come up with a solution. All that is whining. You're just a bunch of whiners. And for you lot to say that you want to see this man suffer, you want to see him die, when he's doing his level best to help you people, and he's been taking advice, possibly from the wrong people, I don't know. But if he has, fine, he makes mistakes, we're all human. You don't wish death on these people. Anybody that does is just a sick arsehole. You really, really make me ashamed to be British sometimes, you people. Absolutely bloody ashamed. I'll see you.